This is for the grade 6 unit 4 lesson 6 student book page 156 to 157. This is basically based on the SHURA from the previous lesson. It's a continuation. The fields of SHURA, they talk about the fields of SHURA for the lesson, which is there are 4 points: the choosing the ruler, deciding on the state's internal and foreign affairs, managing the economy, dealing with emerging issues. So basically, these are the fields of SHURA as seen there. As you can see there in the picture as well, they're showing that people are gathering together in assembly to discuss issues. So SHURA covers those 4 things: choosing a ruler, deciding the state is internal, in other words, anything that has to do with the inside of the country, and also outside foreign policies, as well as economy, trade, okay, dealing with emerging issues as well as their issues within the country. And they're also telling us that the SHURA appeared from 7th century, it has been there as since 7th century, actually until now. There's still SHURA there, which is the rules and laws that are established in the country. And they also tell us about the SHURA in the South state. That is what I'm still on page 156. I'm still on page 156. So they speak about the history, which is the constitution as well of the Saudi Arabia, which is using Quran and Sunnah as the source of laws and rules. That is a source of laws and rules. And they also talk about the analogy, which is the different things that they compare, the different things that they compare there for their state, which is the Saudi. Okay, and then if you look at page 157, they tell us more about SHURA, when did this started, and so on and so on. They're starting by telling us that it was a major foundation. Where it started, very, very important, major foundation for the government in early times. When they say early times, it was a long time ago, very long, which is the first Saudi state was established there by 1744 up to 1870. That was a long time ago. 1744 up to the year 1817, whereby Prince Mohammed ibn Saud had Sheikh Mohammed ibn Abdullah, which is as his consultant. So Prince Mohammed consulted Sheikh Mohammed, okay, as his consultant for all the affairs of the state. And they also, again, they tell us that the prince also consulted other people, okay, which are influential people in the Daria, okay. So also these shuras also apply the second state. Now they're introducing the first state. Now they're also introducing the second state from the year 1824 up to 1891, which is until it became clear system during the rule of Imam Faisal. Okay, so this shura became very clear during the second state under who? Under Faisal ibn. Okay, now from that time, the Faisal ibn became the ruler, and he held an assembly. As you can see on the picture of page 156, that is an assembly where they sit and decide. Okay, that is where they sit and decide. So now here Faisal consulted some people to attend the assembly: officers, religious scholars, tribal elders, and princes. Okay, those are the people that he invited to attend the assembly to discuss the issues. And they're also introducing us, still on page 157, introducing us on 2 sections. They say there are 2 sections of SHURA: private SHURA and public SHURA. In private SHURA, you will find out there is princes, judges, religious scholars, and leaders. Then in public, you will find out there is an open conference on certain occasions to discuss diverse issues and matters. In this case, diverse issues means different things, okay? So when you talk about private, you talk about prince, judges, religious scholars. Public is open to everyone, like an open conference, where they discuss different things that matters and issues of the state. Then the last 2 paragraphs they're telling us about now in the modern state, which is in the modern state. They say modern state, they talk about now the major concern of King Abdulaziz. Okay, they say talk about King Abdulaziz there, the National Consultative Council. So they combined and had another council called the National Consultative Council, which was elected in 1924. Okay, then in 1927, the King Abdulaziz ordered the formation of SHURA Council in Makkah. Another council again in 1927, where in Makkah, SHURA Council. And then the same SHURA Council in Makkah opened its first session. And the last part of 157, the King Fahad ibn Abdulaziz era, which is when they say era, they talk about the period. At that time when King Fahad ibn Abdulaziz was in charge, during that era, that period, the SHURA Council system was updated and developed. So they updated the SHURA system. When they say update, they make it refresh and they develop. They might add more members. It says that they add members increased from 1991 to 60 members and council's president. Okay, so it was updated and there are more members and so on and so on and so on. That was King Fahad ibn Era during his time period. Okay, era means period. It currently includes 150 members and the council president. So at the moment, it includes 150 members and the council's president. That's how it was increased, the SHURA system. That is for grade 6. All right, it ends there. Thank you.